Hey everyone, how's it going? And I'll be reviewing for today Xmen: Days of Future Past. The the other version, not the one I already talked about, but whatever, you know what I mean. Um, Now, warning: major, major, major spoilers here. Now, first off, let's talk about the story. Now, it opens with, New York, and it pretty much shows what the world's like now. And pretty much how it was originally. Yeah, everything's gone to crap. Um, we see the new X Men, which is uh, Sunspot, Warpath, Blink, Iceman, Bishop, and Kitty Pryde. And they get attacked by, and I know they don't call them this in this movie, but they are kind of like that in the comics. So I'm just gonna call this version the Nimrods. Um, because they can do like some of the stuff that the Nimrods can do, like regenerate stuff. So yeah, I know like there's stuff that the Nimrods couldn't do, but whatever. I gotta go back to what I was talking about before. Point is, yeah, they're getting attacked by the Nimrods, and yeah, they are getting their asses handed to them. And what I mean by that, I mean, well, they are getting their asses handed to them, but also dying pretty horribly. Especially for Iceman. Let's just say, thank goodness he's in ice form, because if not, then we would have a higher rate. This movie would be rated R for the violence in here. Um, oh yeah, and also I forgot Colossus in this film too. I don't know why, but maybe it's because he doesn't really. He's really just there to kick ass or get his ass kicked, but whatever. Um, Colossus, yeah, just really just there to kick ass, get his ass kicked, and get ripped apart. But yeah, like it looks like everything's gonna be awful until Kitty Pryde, you know, time sends Bishop's mind into the past, so they can prevent that from happening. And yeah, I'm gonna get into that later. Afterwards, they end up talking to the other X Men, which is Charles Xavier, Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, and Storm, and they're all happy and stuff, and they have a plan to stop it, and pretty much what they're gonna do is send someone back in time during the time when the Sentinel program first started, and they actually do explain why the Sentinel program has now just been popped up because you really think about something like this should have been mentioned at least in the third movie. Um, yeah, they actually explain why it was done secret, and yeah, kind of works. Um, Granted, there is like a plot hole in there, but I'll talk about that later. Um, but yeah, they send Wolverine there, and he goes to Charles Xavier, who is yeah, he's pretty messed up. Um, like he doesn't believe what Wolverine is telling him, and he actually even brings up the whole thing about what happened in first class when he went to go talk to him. Um, and yeah, like it's a really difficult moment, but he does tell him that just look, it involves Mystique, and he still cares about her by this point. Like well, he always cared. I guess he always cared about her, but yeah, he's just like, look, you knew her as a kid, and you grew up with her. And Charles, thinking that I can't abandon her. She's my sister. Like, fine, I'll help. And Wolverine's like, okay, but we need Magneto's help. Like, and this was told by the old Magneto. And Charles doesn't want to really do this because, well, he's not in the forgiving part of his life yet. Um, but eventually he's like, fine. And they get the help from Quicksilver, and I'll get into his character in a moment. But yeah, they get Magneto out. They tell him what's going to happen. They're about to stop the assassination attempt, and Charles thinks that okay, I'll just talk my way out of it. There's no way it will go bad. but Magneto has, other ideas in mind. And I won't spoil what it is, but we all know it's not, Charles's idea of peaceful. It's more of what he did to Shaw, pretty bad. Um, this film is really good. It is a really good film. Um, for the longest time, and this is kind of funny because like this is what I was thinking when it came to the trailer. Because what Charles Xavier said to his younger self, yeah, we needed hope again. I really feel like that's what frickin' Bryan Singer was saying to the fans because, yeah, X-Men was kind of going through some serious crap. I mean, yeah, we had like two movies that were going pretty well. Like we had First Class and we had not X-Men Origins Wolverine, the Wolverine. Those were going pretty well, but still, like a lot of people were just like, maybe we should just stop, just give the rights back to Marvel, and we can have a really awesome Wolverine Captain America thing going on, or just get like all of Luke Cage's Avengers in there, like we get the Mighty, or we get like whatever the hell they were called last time. I think they were just called New, but whatever. But yeah, like we have those guys in there, but yeah, like my hope of the X-Men films have fully been restored because this film was just so good. They did a really good job at balancing out stuff. They actually explained why some of the things in the last X-Men film didn't happen. Like they mentioned it and they said that, oh look, okay, no one claims that it happened, and they're not really a threat right now. They didn't we haven't had any attacks from them, so they don't seem to be a threat. The acting in the film is great. I was a little bit worried. Everyone was actually worried about the whole thing with Wolverine being there. Like we were like, oh no, just don't be a Wolverine focused thing. Just have it be everyone else. And it is. Everyone else is focused. Like Wolverine gets his moments, but it's everyone else being focused. Like even the future guys get some focus in there. Like grant out all of them. Like mostly the guys that we already know about. Like the new guys, unfortunately, do not get any real screen time, but that I'll talk about a little bit later as well, along with all the other stuff that I have problems with. But yeah, the story is great, and the action's amazing. I love the action here. The final fight is just one of the best. The acting, as I said before, is great, especially Peter Dinklage as Trask. He was awesome in here, and I really hope that we see more of him at some point. And if I have to say anything else that's really good, I have to say the ending is great. Granted, it bothers me a little bit, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Well, I'm saying that a lot. But yeah. Let's talk about some of the bad stuff. And once again, this is getting to spoiler stuff. Remember those characters that we saw in X-Men First Class? The characters that we kind of grew attached to and we really liked? Yeah, a lot of them are either dead or don't really show up in this film. Havoc is, only there in that one scene that was shown in that in the main Spider-Man 2 credits. Which, by the way, don't ask why. It's a legal thing. Then the other characters that were in other characters in there got killed off. Yeah, I understand that they have to say what happened to them. Like, they most likely were killed off. But I'm like, come on. A lot of these characters were cool. And they don't exactly tell us how they got captured. Like, we know that Trask has something to do with it, but we don't know how. Especially Azazel. Frickin' Azazel. Okay? In the comics... Okay, I'm gonna look past the fact that he's not even immune in the comics. He's a frickin' demon and might actually... and have been pointed out to be one of the Lords of Hell. But still, you should be able to catch that type of guy. The only bright side of this is since that he's clearly dead now, that, frickin' Mystique already had, Nightcrawler in here, so he will probably come back next time. But still, it really pisses me off that a lot of these characters, just got killed off like that. Or just wasn't shown, and, yeah, it just really bothered me. If you can't tell, I'm kind of just getting over a cold. The other thing that bothers me is, once again, yeah, the time travel thing. Yeah, they never explain it. It's just one of those things we gotta get over, but still, it weirds me out. Another thing that's weird is Wolverine has his claws back. yeah, the metal claws are back and everything, and they never explain why. I understand that years have passed and a lot of things could happen during that time, but still, how the hell do you have those? Um, then, oh yeah, and then we have the whole, and this is not really a a major problem, but still, I don't get how the hell that works. Is that they have apparently Mystique was they experimented on Mystique and used her mutant power to help perfect the Sentinel program. I understand that, but then Trask says, because at first I thought it was just, oh, they get her blood sample and then they just use that. But no, apparently Trask, as he said, he needed like other tissue, like spinal tissue, brain tissue, like stem cells, all that stuff. Like he needs more from her. And that would kill her. Like, yeah, Mystique, as shown in the first movie and the second movie, that, yeah, she can heal pretty fast, but she isn't like Wolverine. She can die. Like, she's pretty badly wounded in the movie, as they showed. Like, she still had to go to a hospital. And when Wolverine stabbed her, she was scarred, and I think they didn't actually flat out say it, but yeah, I think she was treated by one of in a hospital. Um, like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that would still kill her. Also, there is, and also, yeah, all the mutants in the future that we don't know already, yeah, they're barely in this movie. Like, it really kind of sucks. Like, once again, I know that it's a freaking big movie. Hell, they had to cut out some characters in this film. But still, I'm like, come on. Can you at least have Bishop have something? Hell, time travel's his bread and butter. Have him do crap. Like, not even if you don't have him, like, with Wolverine, have him interact with the characters a bit. Let us learn a little bit about these people before you kill them. Like, when Blink dies, before Kitty Pryde sends Bishop back to save them all, like, there's a moment where, like, Warpath is like, Blink! And I'm like, Blink! Wait, I'm sorry, I can't feel anything for you since, I don't really know you yet. Like, I don't know, maybe there's a prequel comic that came out about this, and I hope that there is, but still, it really bothered me that we didn't get to know about these characters, especially since a lot of these characters were characters I really did like. Like, I thought Warpath was pretty cool. And it was kind of cool that he got to do some stuff in here, like, when it came to action, they actually give him his daggers. Granted, I don't think they're adamantium, but whatever, at least he has daggers. As for the ending, now, the ending I love, but at the same time it bothers me because one thing it does, and I love that they did this. And, yeah. Wait one moment. Yeah, this, and yeah, I know it's a video game, I don't have the DVD here. This and X-Men 3 never happened. Oh, thank you. This movie, thank you, Bryan Singer. Thank you, everybody who worked on this film. You were able to get rid of those two pieces of crap. Thank you, God. Thank God that it's gone. But on the bad part of it means that parts of X-Men 2 and the Wolverine didn't happen, which also kind of sucks. It also kind of begs the question if Wolverine got his, claws back, but who knows. They might explain that later on, or maybe not. Who knows? Because I know they're doing another Wolverine thing going on. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens next, especially in the ending credits. Which, by the way, you gotta stick to the very end. You gotta stick to the very end of it. Yeah, I know, like, a lot of people are just gonna be like, oh, man, I gotta sit through it, but trust me, it is worth it. Because I can't wait, because clearly we are reaching a new age. That's all I gotta say. Goodbye.